What is up, guys? Welcome to a new weekly outlook. As always, starting with the economic news calendar. Let's see what is happening and what news do we have for the next week. So, on Monday we don't have any news, no red folder news. Tuesday we got the red folder news. Wednesday we have the big three red folder news. We have the FOMC statement, so you should be careful that day for trading, and day prior that as well, because price usually tends to be less probable, because the whole market is basically waiting for those news to drop out to get that data in the market. Thursday as well, red folder news, and Friday no news. Personally, we'll be observing the whole week, Monday through Friday, on indices, but for my crypto bros, be careful on Wednesday. Let's start with the BTC on the monthly time frame. What do I see? I see previous month low. We disrespected the FEG on the monthly, so if we fail to offer fair value, we should seek liquidity, but we had this nice rejection from nothing, but from nowhere basically, but still that meant that on the lower time frames order flow was changing to the bullish side. But for now the price is just mess. We still have this potential gap where we can eventually create bearish FEG, which is not going to be good for the market, so we need to negate this level as well. Let's see what is weekly doing. For the weekly time frame we can see that we swept both sides. We went over the previous week low and previous week high. I was betting that we're gonna basically go towards this weekly breakaway gap after sweeping the previous week low, but that did not happen. Market didn't have the strength to do that. On the daily time frame we can see that we even had the narrative to move towards there. We had this FEG on the daily like this. It's breakaway gap, but this is the narrative to move higher, but it failed, and now we created opposing one. We created this bearish FEG, which is as well showing us to go lower, but this is the whole consolidation, because this FEG failed, this one failed, eventually this one will fail as well. In consolidations usually FEGs don't work, so you need to be focusing on externals of a range. I don't have any clear bias on BTC for now. Ethereum is a bit stronger because it didn't create that opposing FEG, but on the weekly and monthly it's basically the same scenario. Other cryptos and altcoins are just really bad. Market is really in a bad state, fear state, so I don't know, not focusing much on the crypto, to be honest. Let's see what's happening on the indices. They are pretty clean. The best assets to trade. On the left side we have the Nasdaq. On the right side we have the S&P 500. We can see that we are going towards the previous month high on both assets. S&P is gonna hit it first, most likely. Let's see what is weekly doing. Weekly swept the swing low. We are in a bullish order flow as well here. So sweeping the swing lows in a bullish order flow is just to stop hands to continue moving higher. And we can see that we are drawing into these highs. And the good stuff is that we are closing above the previous week high, which is a bullish state. You can see right there. That means that we can predict that the next candle is gonna be expansion to the upside, like this. Because on the lower time frames, order flow is showing up. It's not sweeping the level, so this is a bullish stuff. Expecting higher prices and new all-time highs eventually pretty soon. On the daily, it's just a staircase up, nothing much going on, to be honest. Tomorrow is Monday, so we'll see how we behave. I'll need to see some narratives to get in line towards the bias right there. You can see how we have swing highs right there. This is a good liquidity resting there, so this is gonna be hit really fast. Let's see what is gold and silver doing. Silver is running the previous month high, while gold is sweeping the previous month high right there. Let's go to the weekly time frame to see what's happening. We can see that we created basically FEG, or you can call it a hidden bag because of this rejection. But if we are sweeping this premium MRA, I think we can even go inside of that hidden breakaway gap FEG. While the silver is just popping up, it's a breakaway gap, and most likely it's not gonna retrace into that. Bullish state on both of them. Silver is stronger, so focus there. On the daily, it's just consolidation and mess, no contacts, so just wait for the weekly to show what it's gonna do. I'm just waiting. Like you can see, I have the alerts there to go inside of those FEGs. And let's see what is King of the Market doing. On the monthly last week I outlined that we are gonna sweep the previous month high, and if we are sweeping this, sorry, not previous month high, this is a swing high, and basically external to internal range concept, which happened. This was my drawn liquidity. Now we are inside of that, but this is just in consolidation, so I don't like that. On the weekly we can see that we are basically, we can call it sweeping the swing low, which is overlapping with the monthly FEG, and it's aligning for the bullish state. But we have a problem on the daily time frame because we have opposing PDRA, we have trapped order flow, we have this daily FEG that we need to invert. We need to flip that in order to move higher. So now we have the rejection high as well, so we need to run this high or this FEG, and what that means that we need daily candles to close above those levels in order for us to continue higher. If not, we'll see, maybe we can sweep this rejection high and continue moving lower, even though we have that monthly FEG. We'll see and we'll adapt if that scenario happens. But until the bias is clear on DXY, I'm not touching any majors. Once we get the confirmation from DXY, then I'll go and start searching for the majors. So yeah, thank you guys. This will be it from this outlook, and happy trading and safe trading next week. Enjoy!